Hi, this is Leigh Ambergy, stampwithleigh.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mentor, Ohio, and thank you for stopping by today. Today I'm featuring this quick and easy birthday card, and that is from the With You in Mind stamp set. It is photopolymer. It's in the new mini catalog right near the front, and this one was made with the cute little cupcake stamp, and the designer series paper on this is from the Country Lace. I just thought it looked really cute. So I had this one with the flowers. And this one I started off with the dot pattern from that paper. And then I didn't have, I ran out. And I thought, I wonder what it looked like with the flowers. And then I thought, after, of course, I already had my cupcake stamped. I was like, well, wait a minute. There's a flower in this stamp set. So that's what we're going to be working on today. And I'm going to change out the greeting, and it's going to be a thinking of you. We're going to use this thinking of you greeting. So let's get that off to the side. And I am bringing in a stamp positioner. And I used this for the simple reason. This is a very bold and a solid, almost like a solid image stamp. And sometimes you don't get even pressure, you don't get even ink coverage. And then even though it's photopolymer, I have issues with lining it back up. So I pulled out my my Misty. Stampin' Up! Also at one point had a stamp positioning tool, and that was a Stamparatus. So if you have that, that'll work. There are many stamp positioners on the market. Just, you know, see what you think is going to work for you or what you're going to feel comfortable using. So I just happen to prefer the Misty. So how you use it is put your paper down. I have a gel mat here, and it's kind of sticky, it's clingy. If not, there is a foam you would use in here, but this just helps to keep my paper there, so I don't really have to use the magnet. But what you do is you position the stamp where you want it. So that's where I want it. You close the lid, picks your stamp up exactly where you have it. And this I am going to be stamping in basic gray ink. And I just grabbed a stamping spot. It makes less mess, but you can still use a full-size stamp pad. Basic gray. I'll just show you. Here's my basic gray stamp pad. All right, so now if I don't like how I had the ink coverage, then I can always ink it again, and my stamp's going to be in place. So I didn't do well. I either didn't do well inking, or I didn't do well with the amount of pressure. So I'm just going to re-ink this, and I know I have to concentrate on certain areas. So I'm going to close my lid back up, and you can press, but sometimes the better way to get this is to rub with your fingers, or there are like a rubbing tool. It's just felt. Anything with felt will work great because it helps glide. There we go. All right, there's my greeting. And sometimes this doesn't want to. It adheres really well. So I just use something to help me lift that up so I don't goober up my corner. I'm just going to put a piece of scrap in here and close the lid until I can get that clean. So there is the area that we'll be adding our designer series paper on. Nice bold greeting at the bottom. My card base is petal pink, 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm just going to fold that in half and burnish with the bone folder. All of the measurements and the material that I'm using for this card are on my blog post, stampwithleigh.com. And if you're watching this from my YouTube channel, then just head over to my blog in the description box on this video. There is a link that will take you there. If you don't see it, just open the just expand that, click on more. That will open up the box, and copy and paste that link. And what I'm looking for is, do I not have any more petal pink? Well, I think I will. This I just put in here to add because I do have these rainbow dots here. But I thought since I'm using flowers, I would get all three the same size, but I don't have any more petal pink. So we will make do with what we have. Here's my strips of designer series paper, and I'm just going to put some, use my tape runner to get some adhesive on these. Probably should have used my liquid glue because that seems to work better in small areas, but that's just what I grabbed. All right. Normally you would have placed these on here before this, but I'm still just going to place them. I'm not pressing down. I'm just wanting to see what I have for my spacing on these. Okay, I do like that. See if we can get them somewhat, yeah, they look straight enough. We're going to put this onto a card base. And this, for a minute I thought I ran out of adhesive. So we're going to put this in our card base, hopefully centered. And I just noticed I had also done a cupcake on the inside. And I do not have that cup for that, probably because when I was doing this, I forgot about that. So let's pull out 4 by 5 1/4. So it's going to go on the inside. And then I'm going to get my stamp out of here. My little flower stamp. Got the petal pink ink. I need Stampin' Pierce mat to stamp on because I want to go ahead and get this done. So back to a solid image stamp. And it doesn't matter if it's photopolymer or red rubber. You want to make sure you get a good amount of ink on there. And a light ink and a photopolymer stamp, it's very hard to see if you have that. But also, it's very important when you do stamp, you know, you stamp, you lift up. Stamping rule 101, press down, lift up. I have found with a more solid image stamp, give it a little bit more time for the ink and the paper to connect. I am not like smashing this down or whatever. I am just holding the stamp to the paper a little bit longer than normal. There you go. So yeah, sometimes that's the best way to get a really good solid stamped image if you've got the solid stamps. Okay, so I've got the inside done. We are going to place and figure out where we want our little flower circles. This card in class, I was referring it to as the cupcake card because it had cupcakes on it. And it was at a birthday stamp-a-stack for this card. And usually when, you know, my customers attend a class, I always ask everyone, you know, I give a poll. Everyone has to tell me what their favorite card is. Usually it's a wide mix. Sometimes there might be 2 or 3 that like one, you know, is a winner, one card in my day. But it's usually pretty random with, you know, everybody always has their favorite. This card for the birthday stamp stack, everybody voted that this was their favorite card. So I don't know what there was about it versus the other cards, but everybody loved the cupcake card. So I have got this one, my little flower. So this one's going to be the flower card. I've got a dimensional on the back of there. And these were popped out with these 2 dies. And they're from the Unbounded Love. So again, I just went through my stash of dies looking for something that was a circle because I wanted a circle, and these worked perfect for it. So I think on this one, I'm going to go on a diagonal. I might push this one up just a little bit more. I mean, you can put these on here any way you want. Oh, that one's not going to stick because there's no adhesive on the back of it. All right, now I need Wink of Stella because I did put that on my cupcakes. And Wink of Stella dries almost instantly. And what I love about Wink of Stella is you really don't even have to be precise. Yeah, with Wink of Stella, it's okay to color outside it's okay to color outside the lines. So I just want to make sure I do have some in there, and that you just, it says push. I know I've got some that are running low. So yeah, and this might be one of the ones that's running low. But we're just gonna color the little flower petals. On my cupcakes, I only put the Wink of Stella on the icing part. And I'm just being careful because I don't want to squeeze so hard that a great big glob of this comes out. Okay, I can see some in the barrel now. So it's time to stop squeezing. Okay, so there's my Wink of Stella on my little flowers. And now we're going to add our, I think since I've got the different sizes, come on, I'm going to put the larger one in the middle. And the two smaller ones are going to be at each end. And this is just a wax pickup. And the other end is a piercer. And I don't know what I've done to my piercing ends, but they look like they've been through the war. You can also use to pick up, where are they? I've got it for a setup for class. You can also use take your pick tool, which has the putty on the ends, and that will work also. So let me get that in the garbage. And then now, let me put this on the inside. Oh gosh, I've got to clean my glass mat because I've got glue all over it again. I think I clean it and then I goober it all back up. All right, so there we go. So this is Thinking of You. This is going to be the flower card. And then we have the cupcake card with the cupcakes for happy birthday. A simple card, and it's so easy to make because the focus is on the big bold greeting with the You and Mine stamp set. Accented it with, you know, the cupcake, the flower. It also has a star you could use. And yeah, the Designer Series paper is great. But for this, for me, it was the big bold greeting is what's taking front and center on this card. So thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Bye.